you going to return to cooking, or are you going to enter any other cooking shows?
I don't know if I enter any other cooking competitions. My food dream is to do lots of things. So many food dreams. But one of them is to host my own cooking show. So it is something that I'm busy working on at the moment. And just becoming a real foodie. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to cook as much as I wanted to. But I am going to London next week, Wednesday. I'm going for 10 days. And I'm going to be spending some time in a couple of really hot kitchens, getting some tips. And just getting some inspiration. I've launched a food blog called Food is Love. And yeah, my trips to Australia, my trip to London coming up now will be featured on the blog, and just some foodies and recipes, my MasterChef journey, and just life and food. And you know, for me, food is love. I love feeding people and I love eating. So.
What's your food philosophy?
Ooh, that's hard. My
I'm
food
sorry.
philosophy. I think with food, people get very intimidated by cooking. I've got lots of friends who'd rather make turmeric noodles or slice of toast and try and be adventurous. And I think we sometimes put too much pressure on ourselves. And food is amazing. Food is love. Like, everybody should be in the kitchen. And I was raised like that. We were all cooking together and helping mom and dad. And I just think food is family. Food is love. And you should just try and cook and eat. Everybody loves to eat.
I love to eat. Yum. Now, we had Ruben in here actually before the show started.
Ooh.
It was quite a while ago.
Okay.
Anyways, what did you think of him as a chef, as a judge?
Oh, you know what, he really definitely added a different element to the show. Everybody really looked up to him, Mr. Robertson, man. So we're all very excited to see him in action. And in one of the previous pressure tests, his dish, the duck dish that Mel and Pilar and Indemiso cooked, he prepared, and it was really nice to see him in his chef's whites, and he was talking about his dish, and he was really awesome. And all three judges were amazing. Benny's with this amazing smile, and Pete, for me, Pete was my little bit of my favorite because he was there from the cold edition. So he was the guy that I was always like, don't disappoint him.
So Pete was your favorite judge. That's my next question.
That was Pete was my favorite judge, definitely.
If you could recook one of the dishes you did on the show, which one would it be?
Probably the dish I went home on. And not do that one at all. You know, the saddest part for me was I got eliminated and I came home and I was kind of like, you know, the dishes that got such great feedback were like whole chickens and mashed potatoes. And I was like, who cooks roast chicken and mashed potatoes? And it was 2 days later, I was looking at my assistant in the parking lot of the office, and she looked at me and she's like, you look as white as a ghost. And I got in the car and I burst into tears, and I phoned my mom and I went, can't believe I didn't cook my dish. And she went, I know. She's like, I didn't want to say it to you yesterday when you phoned and told me you got eliminated, but why did you cook what you cooked? And I said, I don't know. I should have cooked the dish, which is my favorite dish, which is a whole chicken cooked with chicken stock and white wine, 40 cloves of garlic, served on mashed potatoes. And yeah, everything happens for a reason. And it definitely is my go-to dish for now on. If ever in a bind, that is what I'll cook. But I think the biggest thing that you learn from the Master of Kitchen once being eliminated, and I think throughout the process, however far you get, is that you have to trust your instincts. And the day I left, I cooked myself. I tried to be clever. I tried to think what the judges would want, try to integrate like what would an invention taste mean, what textures and process, instead of just cooking from the heart, you know. Philippa got such great feedback for her roast chicken because she cooked the roast chicken her mom's cooked for Sunday lunches all the time. Yeah. Penny won the challenge because she cooked a dish that her grand's made for her for years. And I think that's something that for anybody as a tip who's entering MasterChef, or in my opinion in any type of competition or any type of life task, rather go with your gut and go with what you know than to try and like be smart, because you're gonna take too much of a risk.
Yeah. Now, what would you cook for a romantic dinner?
Oh, I actually did cook this dish last week Thursday for romantic dinner, and it went down quite well. I do love cooking chicken, but I'm also big into fish. Fish is one of my favorites. I love seafood. So I think Cajun king clip with a peach salad and maybe crushed baby potatoes.
Can I come over for dinner?
You can. I've actually got dinner tonight. I'm cooking for 10 people. So
Jeez.
I know, no pressure.
How do you do that? How do you cook so much and run a company?
Wake up early, work a lot. No, I'm very fortunate. I've got a great team, and hopefully no one's got no requirements for tonight. They just gotta go with it. They might be getting soup and garlic rolls.